Alright everyone, so let's take a look at our code in Thonny and let's actually see how everything runs. Alright, so as you see, my Thonny is changed a little bit, so I changed the theme so it looks much cleaner and nicer. So let's actually run this. Alright, and again, it just shows right here that we got our random word is apple. I'm just gonna, for example, guess A, and it's going to replace A, and everything else is just gonna be empty. All right, so let's actually debug our code now and see actually how everything runs. So as always, the first thing that is going to run is this the random function, right? So we're just gonna go through that, and then again the word list, it's going to define all these strings inside the word list. Perfect. And then it's going to go to next one, which is going to choose a random word from that list. And let's see what we're gonna find. All right, so computer is gonna choose computer, and that's funny. And then it's gonna print. Obviously, this is a temporary code for us to just test, but it's gonna print the random word is computer. All right, so now we're gonna go to the good stuff. So we got a display here. This is our empty list, right? So at the beginning, it's going to just do that. It's going to have that empty list bracket essentially, and then it's going to define another variable, find the word length. So it's going to use that, and it's going to say, okay, it's 8 characters. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and guess the get the input from the user. For example, again, it's going to read the input and display that text, and it's going to ask me right here. I'm going to say like, let's do E. So like, there you go. So it says the user chose E. Perfect. So what we're going to do is it's going to actually take that input, and it's going to say for in range of the word length, and that's going to be 8 length, right? And 0 to 8, that's the range. And it's going to say display, replace that, like replace this thing with the list here, right? So that's what's going to happen, and it's going to do that once. It's going to do that again. Again, it's going to do it 8 times essentially, right? So it's going to replace that 8 times. There you go. Perfect. So now when we're out of this loop, it's going to go to the next loop, right? Then another one. Now this is where we actually start replacing the user guess with the actual, check it and see if it matches. We're going to add it to the list. So it's going to, again, look at the word length again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say letter equals chosen word's position. So again, chosen word is computer, and the position of that is 0. So that's the first thing that it's going to look. And that is C, right? So that's the first letter of the computer, C. And then when we have that information, we're going to say if the letter C equals guess, which is E, that's what we guessed. In that case, that is false. That's nothing's gonna happen. And then it's gonna do that over and over again. There you go. I see. It's gonna do it over and over again, and it's gonna false, and it's gonna go back, and just like that, we're gonna continue doing this until we actually reach the C, I believe. Let's see, P, and it doesn't match. U doesn't match. And T, there you go, E. So this time E and E matches, right? The letter and also the user input. And because it does, it's going to be true, and it's going to go to the next part, which is display position equals letter. So this is going to replace that E in the list essentially. So then when it does that, again, it goes through the whole thing one more time again, as long as it needs to, right? And that's it. And then it's going to display that list. That's pretty much it. Again, as you see, it just goes through every letter and every letter and checks it with the user input. And this is pretty much the most important portion of this code, really. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. I hope this made sense, and I hope this helped to kind of shed some light on like exactly what is going on in this code. But either way, if you still are confused about it, make sure you watch the videos again. If not, I'll see you in the next video.